Hey everybody, Jerry Corbett of Corbett Ministries coming to you for another Wednesday evening offering. Hey, it's good to have you here. We're blessed to have you join us tonight. Hey, we are excited about sharing this ministry with you, and we do give God praise. We thank you for supporting us and joining us, viewing us. Hey, look, view us often, view us every week. Tell your friends, tell your families, tell your co-workers, tell everybody you see about Corbett Ministries, this holistic ministry. You're going somewhere, and you're going somewhere because we are going to keep in your face about 4 key areas. You know them already, and we thank you so much for joining us. We talk about your spiritual health. We try to help you grow spiritually. We give you information, inspiration, motivation, education to grow spiritually. And then we do the same to help you maintain your mental capacity. It's been rough during COVID, and as you know, that even the Olympic athletes are suffering and finally coming out and saying publicly that they have struggled during COVID with this whole mental health idea. Then it's taken a hold to many here in America and around the world. So we want you to be safe, and we'll address those issues from time to time. Then we look at your physical health. How are you treating this temple, this body that God has given you that's supposed to be His? We look at all of that, and then we look at your financial picture. How healthy are you financially? So hey, we do that as well. We try to address those 4 key issues. And here on the offering, each week we try to break out one of those 4 areas, and we try to give you some inspiration, education, motivation to live your life well. We want you to live your best life, and we don't want you to be trying to live like somebody else does. We want you to live in a manner that you sacrifice now so that you can get the reward later. So this week we're going to address that all important issue of finances again this week. So here we go. God, we give you praise and glory that we have this opportunity to share tonight. We pray for your wisdom, your knowledge, and your understanding to be ours. Share with us your wisdom. And Father God, teach me to say the words that you would have said to your people tonight. And for this, we give you praise, we give you glory, and we'll all leave with a new revelation, a new understanding of how to live our best life now. In Christ's name, amen. All right, here we go. Listen, many people during COVID have mixed ideas about what's going on financially. Now, it's been reported that 4 out of 10 people who earn from middle income to low income will be impacted in a long-term manner as a result of the coronavirus. In other words, a couple years from now, people will still feel the impact financially that COVID had on them. So that's important. So what I want you to know is that some people believe that they've done better financially. Some believe that they've done worse financially. And the situation for many people is that they feel that they've done better because there've been stimulus checks, and they've been governmental handout. Now I'm not mad at that at all. Believe me, I am not. And now we see that we have the earned income credit, where from July until December of this year, you're going to get, if your children are minors, still in the home with you, you'll get some money. If they are 12 and under, that's $300. If they're over 12, that's $250 per child per month until December. But let me tell you something. The stimulus checks are going to run out. The unemployment benefit is going to run out. The EIC, this thing you're getting each month, it's going to run out. Not only is it going to run out, but it's going to negatively impact, and I want you to listen to this, listen good, your tax return. All they've done is giving you that money a bit earlier. And you got to be careful that you understand what's going on. They've just given you that money a bit earlier, and you've got to manage it in a sound and wise way so that you won't be, in March or February or January, whenever you file your taxes and you see that it's much lower, you won't be surprised. So what am I saying? Money management is a lifelong quest, and money management is something that God, the Creator, wants us to understand. The Bible has in it over 200 verses in the Bible on faith. That's a lot to have 200 or more verses on faith in the Bible. That's a lot of verses about faith. But the Bible has over 2,000 on money and how to manage it and what to do with it. So my friends, the Bible has a lot to say about our money management that is part of our stewardship with God. So what I want to do is introduce you to this whole idea that you need to be informed about how to better handle your finances. What I want to encourage you to do is to get with some people who are financial experts and people like Lakeisha Simmons, who is awesome. And she has this whole idea of FIRE, this acronym about retiring early. People like Lou Hutt, who comes on Urban Radio, Urban View, Sirius Radio 126 on Saturday mornings. Just a myriad of people that you can go to. You can Google financial experts. People like Dave Ramsey, who has the debt-free, zero budget idea, and let us make sure that we keep ourselves in a way that we can make sure that we're stable financially, and that we, when all of this stuff goes away, we'll be set. All right. Now, I want you to know that I want to practice what I preach. So I want you to understand some things tonight that will help you along your way as you dig yourself out. Now, many of us find ourselves in debt. Many of us find ourselves with a whole lot of stuff going on in our lives. Stuff that we can avoid if we simply try to. And what I want to do in this offering is offer you some stuff. I mentioned a bit ago that this is about finances, and I also mentioned that there's a young lady who lives in Nashville, Tennessee, living and breathing, Miss Lakeisha Simmons. I talked to you, Google her, and I'm going to look at some work that she's done and what some things she would suggest is how we can get financially sound. Let me just share this with you. Divorced, single mom, raising 2 kids under 10 at the time of her divorce, and still did really well. Adjusted some finances, didn't have a huge salary, just a regular salary. Matter of fact, college professor, just an average income, not a PhD, not an MD, where she was making, $200,000 or $300,000 a year. No, just a regular salary, mid to upper income. Awesome. She was able, listen at this, through doing several things to save $750,000 in 4 years, doing some stuff, and we're going to talk about it today. Now listen, you can do this because once you get to the end of your career, once you retire, what are you going to do then? We got to make sure that we understand that life expectancy is long. God has granted us with modern technology, modern medicine, stuff that makes us healthier, we live longer, we're less stressed, and we just live longer. So what is it that we need to know as we live longer lives, and we don't want our lives to be longer or greater than our money? So what are some ways that we can start saving and working? Well, Ms. Simmons suggests several things, and 6 as a matter of fact. And we're going to go through those 6 things right quick, because look, this ministry is about bringing you information that you can use. This is about bringing you stuff that you can use for sure. Not just fluff, not just mess, not just screaming or yelling or hollering at you, but to bring you information that you can use, information that you can plug into your daily lives, and information that will make you wise, and information that will make you understand that you have a long ways to go and that you can do it. All right? You don't have to be broke. You don't have to be down. You don't have to feel that overwhelmed feeling. You don't have to, oh man, it's the first of the month, the bills due. No, you don't have to feel that. These 6 things are going to help you tonight plan better and to do what you need to do. As a matter of fact, I want you to start dreaming. I want you to start planning. And I want you to start planning around your finances. And I know people that say, well, you don't ever know what might happen. You don't know, but you can guess. And if you guess wisely at what might happen, God will bless you and he will add the increase. All right. So here are the things that Ms. Simmons talks about that we should do in order to create financial security in our lives. 6 things. 1, we ought to read about personal finances. We ought to read more books on personal finances. We need to find these people like Miss Lakeisha Simmons, like Lou Hutt, like Dave Ramsey, like people who write on finances, and so that we can show up these skills we need to know, so that we can read their stories and know that they had some bumps in the road, but they overcame. And we need to read every blog we can. We need to get on every internet. We need to see what's on NerdWallet. We need to see what's out there. We need to get information and read about our personal finances and how to manage them. We need to read books on whatever it is about finances. Get the knowledge, get the wisdom, get the understanding, and then God will add the increase. See, get the understanding, get the knowledge, gain it, and let God add the increase to your life. So read, and read some more. Man, I have stacks and globs of books that I'll share with you over the course of time on just finances. How to stay financially sharp, how to stay in the right place, how to do what you need to do financially so that you won't be broke, you won't be in debt up to your eyeballs, and so that you won't do that. See, we need to make sure that we do what we need to do in order to stay financially secure. And the first way we do it, according to Miss Lakeisha Simmons, is we read about personal finances through books, through blogs, through internet, through whatever. All right? Now, the next thing we need to do is when we see that we are overwhelmed, don't be afraid to downsize. Do not be afraid to downsize. Cut out every unnecessary expense. Downsize so that you can have extra money that you can invest. Yes. See, we need to make sure that if we have too much house, don't be afraid to downsize. If you have too much car, don't be afraid to downsize. If you have stuff around the house that you can sell in a yard sale, sell it. You're not using it. If you have stuff around your house that you have not used in the last 6 months, that's a sign, a sure sign that you ought to sell it. That's a sure sign that you need to get rid of it. It's a sign that you need to just let it go. Put that liquid cash in your pocket, and then from your pocket to a bank account or to in some interest drawing account, to something that's going to pay you, rather than you just having a bunch of clutter, a bunch of things. Downsize. Don't mind downsizing. Your car, your house, your lifestyle, whatever it is, downsize. All right? And most people, listen to this, who live an upscale life, do it for the people around them. They do it so they'll look good when they drive. They do it so they look good when they dress. They do it so they look good when people come over to their houses. They're miserably struggling with all of this load. Listen, downsize. The next thing that I want you to understand is that when you downsize, you got to start tracking your expenses. You got to know what your expenses are every month. You got to know where you are every month. Listen, it's one thing to check your bank account balance, at night after you think you spend whatever you spent during the day. It's another thing to plan your budget for 12 months on a spreadsheet. Use your budget. Listen, learn how to budget. A budget does not restrict you from spending. A budget is a spending plan. A budget is how you're going to spend your budget. My good friend, who I'm a certified financial coach under Dave Ramsey, he talks about the zero-based budget, that make every dollar count. That at the beginning of the month, you sit down and you make every dollar count for that entire month. If you bring home $1,500, give $1,500 an assignment. Give every dollar an assignment. Learn how to budget. Budget your gas, budget your clothes, budget your entertainment, budget your rent, budget your insurance, budget your medical, budget your giving at church or your giving to charities. Budget, budget, budget. And you will, at the end of the month, not run out of money. All right? So I want you to do that. All right. Now, learn how to budget. At the same time, there's something I want you to know, that there are budgeting apps. Miss Lakeisha Simmons, she used the Mint. Mint is an app that you can download, and it tracked her daily spending. I use Dave Ramsey's budgeting app, Every Dollar, and it tracks every dollar. You can also link it to your checking account, and every time you spend, it will, of course, track every dollar, and it will debit it or credit it, debit it rather, from your checking account. So let's do that. Let's make sure we stay strong. 3 things so far. Listen to this. Read all you can about personal finances. Downsize, and then learn how to track your expenses by developing an effective budget. All right. Number 4, here we go. You've got to cut your monthly bills. You got to cut them. Now, this 4th step, is an obvious one that needs to take place, but it can be tricky to practice. We've got to learn how to find some affordable and cheaper alternatives. What do I mean by that? Well, find a cheaper grocery store to shop at. Instead of shopping at Food Lion or Harris Teeter or Walmart, shop at Aldi. You get a lot of bang for your buck at Aldi's. I love Aldi's. And I find the stuff there much more economical. How much are you paying for your mobile phone, your cell phone a month? All of us have them. What do we do? And could we downsize the plan, do something to get that cheaper? What about cable? I mean, we have the full packet. As a matter of fact, trade cable for Roku. And you can download various apps on Roku. And if you want an app like Hulu, or you want an app like Netflix, is much cheaper. Netflix is about $8 a month. Hulu's about $4 a month. Prime comes with your Amazon Prime account. You know, so all of these can be much more economical than the full blast cable. And all you need is your internet connection at your house, boom, and you get Roku, and then Roku makes your TV a smart TV, and you can download apps, some of which are free. I found out that Tubi is free, the King Network is free. There's a whole array of channels that are just free when you tap into Roku. Get rid of the cable, let it go. You're paying $200 or $300 a month for this stuff, and you could save that money and put it somewhere else. All right, you know, what do you do for your clothing each month? Your shoes, your sneakers. What is it? I mean, wait for sales. Shop at a consignment shop. You know, man, I get some of the best stuff that I wear from a consignment shop. Name brand stuff from consignment shops, and it's much cheaper, much more economical. And so make sure that you learn how these various ways cut your monthly expenses. Figure out ways to make it work for you, all right, and make it cheaper so you can have much more money to do this. Invest, save. All right? Now, here it is. The fifth thing, according to Miss Simmons, that you should do is you should max out your tax-advantaged retirement accounts. Now, this takes some time to figure out because it can be tough, but this is where I would say you need some help. And some of you have pension plans on your job. Some of you have 403Bs, 401Ks, or whatever on your job. Max them out. If they have a match, max out to the match. I mean, max them out. Some of these 401Ks will allow you to save 403Bs $19,500 a year, $14,500 a year, or whatever the case may be. Now, if you don't have it, slide over to an investor, and I can help you with some of those depending on where you live. You know, and develop an IRA, a Roth, traditional, man. The Roth, you pay the taxes up front, and at the end, you do it. If you're 50 or and under, you can invest $6,000 a month. If you're 50 or older, you can do the makeup and invest $7,000. I think I said $6,000 a month, $6,000 a year. And if you're over 50, you can invest $7,000. You can max that out every year, you know, and so make sure that you have something that you can retire on. In addition to that, also track your Social Security. Track your Social Security. Make sure that you go onto socialsecurity.gov and you get your account set up, and make sure that once a year or however long you check it, so that you will make sure that you're on track, so that you can say at age 67 or whatever age, I'm going to retire and I'm going to get this much a month from Social Security. Then if you're maxing out your retirement accounts, your 401k, your 403b or 457b, or your IRA, Roth, or traditional, man, you can see just where you'll be when you get ready to retire. See, retirement is not an age. Retirement is a number. All right. So watch your number. What number do you need to retire? As a matter of fact, Miss Simmons retired with $750,000. That's a lot of money. Now you can live off the interest, you see. So that's awesome. That's what you want to do. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to leave a legacy. You want to leave something more than just, oh, he was a good man and they didn't leave anything behind, or good woman. All right, so let's do that. All right, last thing. Once you do your, retirement account, the sixth thing she suggests is that you contribute to a brokerage account. Again, this takes some research. This will take some help from an investment pro, but you should go and invest across some good index funds and diversify your portfolio. And see, to become financially independent, now listen, you've got to change your mind. You've got to begin to think that I can't just spend money, but I must save money, and from saving money to invest in what you saved. All right? Because investments grow much faster than money you would put in an account, just to put it there. All right? Save money. Check out, shop around for investment pros that are in your area. You want to invest in good, strong index funds, S&P 500 funds. You want to make sure that your money is out there working. And if you invest it properly, if you invest it, of course, my advice, of course, I get this from Brother Ramsey, over 4 different areas: growth and income, aggressive growth and international, 4 funds, 25% each. Man, you'll see that grow at a rate of around 10% per year annually. So as opposed to getting whatever percentage in a checking account or money market, or bless God, a CD is even worse. So let's make sure that we do what we need to do in order to make our money grow and work for us. That's what you do. Change the mindset from just spending to saving, from saving to investing to reaping the harvest and the benefits. Now, listen, you perhaps won't be driving the newest, biggest, fanciest car, living in the biggest, fanciest home, or wearing the nicest new name brand clothes. But what you will do is have money in your pocket. And I want you to practice getting out of debt. Get out of debt. Pay that debt off. And I'll say more about how to pay the debt off. We talked a few weeks ago about paying off college debt. We're going to talk in a few weeks about paying off all your debt, all right? So that you may be good and strong, and you'll be financially sound, and you won't be broken. You won't have to pretend. You won't have to pretend, oh, everything is all right, and you're scared to death. No, you will be good, and you will make sure that you have your ducks in a row. So Miss Simmons says, do these 6 things. Read personal financial books. Read personal financial blogs. Read books on the internet about how to make your money work for you. Downsize. There's nothing shameful about downsizing. Track your expenses. That's 3. Download an app on your phone. Link it to your bank account so that you will understand that when I spend 50 cents or $2 or get a cheeseburger at Hardee's, boom, then that's coming directly out of my bank account and I know exactly what I have. Then cut your monthly expenses, all that fancy cable, all those subscriptions, all those gym memberships that you don't use anymore and you still pay for them. All of that stuff you do, don't do it. Save your money, all right? Look at cheaper alternatives to the things you enjoy, like TV. Look at cheaper alternatives. There are many out there that you can choose from. Then max out your retirement every year, 401k, 403b, 457b, RAs, Roth, and traditional, max them out. And the others I mentioned, the 401ks, the 403bs, 403b, the 457b, excuse me, anywhere from $14,000 to $19,000 a year can be put away in these. The RAs under 50, 6,000, over 50, 7,000 a year. All right, and then develop some brokerage accounts. Invest in good index funds over the 4 areas I share with you: growth and income, aggressive growth and international. Develop this brokerage account, and man, this is how you can build your dreams. This is how you can do it. Learn to go from spending to saving to investing. And it's proven that people that invest over years end up very wealthy. All right? So I hope this has been a blessing to you. If you want more information on this area of life, reach out to me. Hit me up. I'm a certified financial coach. I can help you along your way. And I'm not telling you something that I heard. I'm telling you something that I live. So I want you to be financially sound. I want your children to be educated. I want you to have your 529s in place to send your children to school without debt. We'll talk about that. I want you to be able to go to a car lot. You might not be able to get a new car, but you can get a good pre-owned car and pay cash for it. We can show you how to do that. Show you how to, the effective ways to purchase a home and without these overwhelming expenses that drive your monthly payment up, and invest, because I want you to earn this compound interest in your retirement and in your brokerage accounts. I want you wealthy so that you can give more. And my friend Dave Ramsey would say this: if you live like nobody will today, you'll live like nobody can later on. All right? So, man, reach out to me. Let me help you out. Let me get you on the right track, because I think God will be pleased with both you and I when we become good stewards of what He's given us to do. The money isn't ours, it's His. So let's manage it for Him like it's His. All right? So hit me up on Facebook, J. Corbett Ministries, Facebook, J. Corbett Ministries, Instagram, and shoot me an email, jcorbettministries@gmail.com. I want to hear from you, man. Let me hear from you. J. Corbett Ministries, Facebook, J. Corbett Ministries, Instagram, J. Corbett Ministries @gmail.com. Man, do these 6 things. I hope you've taken notes tonight. If you go back over this, get it down in your head. Make sure that you live your dreams. And this is the way you do it, by practicing these 6 things. Hey man, that's the show for tonight. Join us Sunday morning for our Inspirational Time, Sunday at 10. It premieres every Sunday. Hey, until then, I love you. Stay safe, stay strong, stay together. You're going somewhere. Be vaccinated. And I'll see you soon. Love you. Peace.